Super cool radio.
Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Thomas, doing this interview for the first time. It is a very special occasion for three reasons. Not only is this the Super Cool Radio third year anniversary show, I can't believe it's this long anyway, but my guest this time making Portage, Indiana debut here at Decibels at On The Roxx. She is Stef with an F of City of the Week. Thank you for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. This first time definitely didn't have my mics on the first time, but I'm not going to admit that. So last time I saw you was Super Bowl Sunday, hanging out with you, Vampires Everywhere, Junexa, and Young Medicine in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne debut. See, I'm just hitting you. I just hang out with you every time you make a debut in Indiana.
That's fair. That's fair.
So how was that tour with Vampires Everywhere and Junexa and Young Medicine?
It was a great tour. We had a blast. They're all really great bands. And we hit some cities we haven't hit in a really long time, like 8 years for some of those cities. Others were ones we were, we felt right at home. So it was cool to get back out there. It was our first tour first actual tour since COVID hit, since 2019. So it's in some ways it feels like, oh my God, we haven't toured in forever. This is like brand new to us. But then in other ways it was like riding a bike. It was like no time had passed. It was kind of like the Twilight Zone a little bit. So
yeah, it's cool. I mean, obviously we got these great tours going on. We got great shows going on. I'm very happy about it because I love going to concerts. I assume you do as well because, well, you're in a band. But it is really awesome. I'm really glad you guys got some great tours. I remember I saw you last year with the headline tour in Indy where it was downpouring rain. So now it's just cold. So that's even, that's just fantastic. But I definitely look forward to rocking out with you guys and Lydia Can't Breathe tonight. You guys have been on tour with Lydia Can't Breathe. How's it been hanging out with them?
it's been awesome. They're great guys. I've heard the name consistently for years and years, and we're finally out with them. We're finally meeting them and playing shows with them. So, which is crazy because I'm like, how did this not happen years ago? Because we've even worked with a lot of the same people throughout the years. So it's cool to be out with them. They're really nice. They're really fun. They're just fun.
Yeah, they're definitely. I interviewed them digitally last time, and it was fun, even just digitally. So now it's cool to actually sit down and hang out with them. I assume it's going to be some type of shenanigans or craziness that's going to go on. Plus, it's April Fool's Day too, so.
That's right. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even know it was April until today, which it is the first day of April, but I still thought it was March. So.
Same. My apartment sent me a reminder, oh, your rent is due today. That's always how I know when it's the next month. And I'm like, oh, great. This is a great way to bring in the new month.
Yeah. And plus it's on April Fool's Day. So since April 1st, we're going to pay it right now because it's April Fool's Day.
Right? Is this email a joke?
Yeah. That's what I always assume. Yeah, taxes due. It's April 1st. No.
Right.
Or rent or, except for gas. That's just never a joke anyway.
Fair.
But for you, obviously wrapping up the tour with Lydia Can't Breathe, what are some of your favorite songs to play live?
I would have to say probably Censor This because it's just slamming. It's such a FU song. It's such a in your face. I like just anything where I can just... all of our songs are from the heart. They're all truth. Yeah. They're all I'm saying it. But I feel like that one, it's just so automatic. It's so attitude all the time that it doesn't really feel like I don't have to focus on any sort of technique or being perfect. It's literally just I'm saying what I gotta say, So I love that one.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite songs. I really like the attitude that it has with it and just the FU-ness of it. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just made it a word. of the song, which I just really enjoy, and it really hits with me just because I feel the same thing that's going on with the song with everything. So I can really relate to it.
Hell yeah.
So for you, because obviously you are currently on tour, what outside of you and your instruments, what are 3 things that you always take on tour?
3 things I always take on tour. That's a tough one. Obviously, pajamas. I love wearing sweatpants and pajamas. I love being cozy. So I'm cozy all day until like doors open, essentially. So, but that's kind of a given. I'm trying to think of something fun. I usually take a stuffed animal, which is kind of weird because I'm an adult. But I almost always have my stuffed animals with me.
Is
but
it a panda?
I wish it's actually a Pooh Bear.
Okay.
But he's at home right now. So, or sometimes I would take like my dog's toy, like this little Mickey Mouse doll, just to remind me of my dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I didn't bring either on this tour because we were in such a rush to leave. So, I didn't bring any of that. I'm trying to like keep it as light as possible as our packing because we have a new vehicle. Well, not new, but it's newish. We haven't like had time to like really build it out yet. So it was like we just got the bunks in. We're still bare bones in it. So I'm like, what's like the least amount of stuff I can bring? I brought like a suitcase that's not even full. That's kind of like all I brought. So which never happens. Usually I'm like 5 suitcases and packing everything in. So I went really bare bones this tour. But okay. I have pajamas, sometimes my stuffed animals, and I wish a jacket was on that, like a winter jacket. I wish it was on my list. It should be on my list at this point, but no, not that. Probably, this is such a loaded question.
I was trying to just keep it fun, but I didn't think it was
That's
going to be
fair.
that loaded.
Well, I'm trying to like think. I'm like, I don't have anything fun that I bring with me. Maybe, I mean, my makeup is, I guess, the most, but that's kind of obvious. Yeah, I'm boring. I don't bring anything super crazy
Hey,
fun. I work all day on my computer, so that's that.
I was not trying to make that a loaded question, so sorry if I did.
No, you're right.
Also, that was my first time debuting that question too.
Okay.
So I've modified it a lot. I don't know if you're familiar with the Almas.
Yes, I am familiar with them.
So I recently found out right before I interviewed them a few weeks ago that Crystal used to have her own podcast.
Oh, cool.
So I just been stealing questions or modifying questions from her.
That's awesome.
So yes, I'm slightly a hack.
No, that's great. That's awesome.
But she doesn't do it anymore, so I feel that I can steal those questions.
It's a good one.
So I have a cat, and we're trying to switch over food for her, and that is like the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I feel like I probably could do. I probably could run for office and be better than trying to convince a cat to actually try to eat new food.
That's fair. I used to have a cat, so been there, done that.
Yeah, it is. It's not fun. And, like every time she sees me, she just like mean mugs me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But since I did say running for office, I did see in the Censor This music video because I was watching that last night. Stef for president. Would you ever consider a presidential run?
LOL. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not Kanye West.
Honestly, at this point, he probably would win. Like just because I think people won't take it seriously, and they'll just vote for him. I would be that one person.
Hey, I love the fact that his party was the birthday party, and his slogan was every day you should feel like your birthday. You know, it's not a bad. That's
a solid campaign run.
That's what I said. I said, you know, it is solid, but then he kind of, he was more Kanye than Kanye, and so just a little far off. But I did love the documentary. Love. I am a Kanye West stan. I really like him a lot.
I would vote for Alice Cooper for the Wild Party.
That's fair. Is that a real thing?
He fake runs every presidential
Really?
run, yeah. And
awesome.
if you listen to Elected off $1 Billion Babies, it's he'll create a third party, a new party, the Wild Party.
Nice. I love that.
So if I ever decide to run, which I won't, but it would be the Wild Party.
That's awesome. I love that.
All right, a couple quick things before we wrap up, because I know doors are about to open here at Decibels at On The Roxx. I do have a quick game show. It is Indiana State Trivia. So, good luck. And since it is April Fool's, we're not doing that because, well, I don't expect you to know anything about Indiana, even though Gary, Indiana is the birthplace of Michael Jackson.
Nice. Okay, I didn't know that.
Instead, it's picked the latest album release. I'm going to give you 2 albums from the same band, and you have to tell me which one's a newer release. I tried to go with some music I think you will listen to or like, based on just talking to you and the songs you've played.
All right.
So the first one is No Doubt. It is the Beacon Street Collection or Return of Saturn.
Return of Saturn is the newest.
Off to a fantastic start. 100% so far. All right, the second one is Sum 41. Is it Chuck or Order in Decline?
Order and Decline.
100% so far still. All right, third one, Blink 182. California or Self-Titled?
California.
Very good, very good. All right, Hollywood Undead. Swan Songs or Notes from the Underground?
Notes from the Underground.
See, I think I've been picking very good.
Yes.
So I had to throw in one that we'll see if you know. Judas Priest, Painkiller, or British Steel?
Painkiller.
100%.
Yes. I was a little nervous there at first.
Well, very good. You're only the second person to get 100% on that next to Lines of Loyalty.
Nice.
So-
Okay. Woo woo.
I have something very cool. A super
Woo!
cool radio water bottle for you. That's also the last one I have. So
Nice. I actually really need a water bottle right now, so
See,
this is gonna get
I-
used.
I feel like every time I see you, I give you stuff. You're like, hey, I need this. Like when it was snowing in Fort Wayne, I gave you a beanie, which
Yes.
you really needed because it was freaking cold.
You just know what I need. You come prepared. Come
So,
prepared.
super cool radio is always prepared, and I never mess up. Except that is a lie. But I'm also the press, so you don't have to believe anything I say. All right, but serious thing as I wrap up this interview. So, you started the Hxteful custom clothing line in the fall of 2020. For anyone who's not familiar with that, what is that?
The Hxteful clothing line is kind of custom cuts that I've taken from our merchandise line, our songs and whatnot, and it's just my line of customs. So I kind of started just by taking extra City of the Week shirts and like cutting the back patches, and then they were really popular on the flannels and the jean jackets.
Yeah.
So I started expanding to vests, and then I expanded to spray painting and kind of like expanding off of that. And it's been a hit. People have really loved it. So I have been enjoying myself getting creative with it. So I wish I could work faster though, because it sells very quickly and people have a lot of custom requests. And so I've been working as fast as I can, but it is tough. So, but you know, it's all handmade by me. So I'm only one person. I only have so much time to really do it, but I'm enjoying it and I'm having a blast. And I love seeing all the pictures people post when they get them and receive them and how excited they are. So
Yeah, definitely. All of it looks really cool. Especially, I like the flannel. I think those look really awesome. And the jean jackets, everything looks really cool. And it's all handmade by you. And I know, obviously, as you said, you're very busy, not only like touring, making the clothing, everything else you do as well. So I know you're very busy, but they do look really awesome.
thank you.
So we just have to figure out a way to clone yourself. Then that one can make the clothing. You can go do all the fun stuff.
Right.
Even, I don't know, 2 Stefs in the world. I don't know.
I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle another Stef. I don't want to face another Stef. I'm too intense for myself, honestly.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. I think we'd kick off the apocalypse if there was 2 Stefs.
Literally, though. Literally.
So bad idea. See, that's again. I'm pressed. I can come up with bad ideas. All right. So I asked you for 2021. I think you definitely delivered on what you said for 2021. So now, since it is now April, I almost said March. What are the plans for City of the Week and for yourself for 2022?
Yeah, we got a lot coming up. This is our second tour of the year, and it's just turned April. So we're finishing out the tour the rest of the month, and then we are finishing out the EP, filming a video when we get home. We've also been in the studio in between tours, so we kind of haven't really stopped. It's pretty much for me been like 80-hour weeks since last October, essentially. So it's been nuts. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of downtime, but you know that will never happen. Let's be honest. So it's going to be more creating. Hopefully, I want to spend more time just creating. because I feel like I've been a lot of business stuff lately, and I want to just get back to just creating the clothes and the music. So, but we will have new content later this year. Hopefully, it's kind of obviously it's almost done, but there's just stuff we have to go through and trying to get things out in the proper manner and make sure that we're ready for the next chapter of City of the Week and making sure everyone else is ready for the next chapter of City of the Week.
Well, I can tell you, I'm definitely ready for the next chapter of City Week. Look forward to the new music, but I don't think people really understand. There's a lot that goes on with like not just recording the songs. You have to get the marketing. You have to get the artwork. You have to plan the release date. There's so much that goes on with just with releasing music. It's more than just recording it.
Absolutely, it's a process, all right.
Definitely is. Plus, I know you were always very busy. Got to hustle with everything. So I do really respect that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
But I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm glad I did this flawlessly here on the 3rd year anniversary show of Super Cool Radio. I hope you can hopefully get it to 4 years. Hopefully, I really have to shape up. So we'll find out.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Of course, for Stef with an F of City of the Week, I'm your host as always, Matthew Thomas. Thanks so much for watching and listening to Super Cool Radio. Stay frosty.
And let's have a good night, shall we?